Welcome to the channel, Painted the Patute here with another task video for Tarkov. This one is Gunsmith Part 13. As you can see, I've got it ready to hand in, and I thought I would go through it and show you what I needed to do. Um, Funnily enough, right here, this sound suppressor is one of the things that will fit and allow you to complete this. But let's get going here. So, of course, we need to get the R11 RSASS, and I don't think it is available from the flea market. Let me just check. Yes, it is. I lied. No, it's not off the flea, but it will be available for $1,100 by completing a task. There also is a barter for it let me just have a look and see if that's available to me yet. I don't think so. It would have showed me in the barter. I think there it is. So for tags. So if you can't unlock the trader, you can do it by 8 bear tags. They have to be level 15 and above. 8 USEC tags, level 15 above, and that's how you can get it. Now I've got it by just being fortunate. I picked up 3 of them in the game. So 1, 2, 3, and basically I got them 2 of them out of just weapons caches and 1 off player when I killed him. Sorry, guy. But we'll go back here and go back to the task. Oh, trading and then task, mechanic. There we go. Gunsmith Part 13. So you need the RSASS, not the SAS, the RSASS. It has to have a sighting range of 1500 and above. So that's a fairly substantial scope. Its weight's got to be 6.7 kilograms or less, so that means no mag or an empty mag maximum. I don't have mags in mine, so obviously you don't need a mag. Needs a silencer. Ergonomics have to be 26 or above. It says more than 26, it'll actually take 26. And the recoil sum has to be less than 300. So again, I got it done. So let's scoot over and I'll show you 2 examples here. Actually, it's not 2 examples here. This one is item fits the active Gunsmith 13 part quest requirements. Item fits the active Gunsmith. So either one of these guns would work. So let's show the 2 of them. We'll start off with this guy. So you have the RSASS. What did we have to do? We have to get the ergonomics above 26 and above. So this one's 33. So I was able to use normal parts in most cases to get to there. And then the recoil has to be 300 or below. So 207 plus 83 is 290. So it's pretty good. You can screw around a bit here as long as it doesn't affect. So the Stark SE5 Express will work for under the gun. This guy deletes your ergo too much, so you can't use the RK-2. And the Swift also works, 33. Even this guy, 30, still good enough. So we're good. So any of those foregrips will work on this gun. And you might find there's some more. You'll just have to test it. Those are the only ones I have available to actually test. Okay. So if we come back here, notice it still meets the requirements. What else did I have to do on the gun? Well, let's go back to the modding screen, and it said we need a silencer. So there's 2 silencers that will work. Here is the Gen 1 or Gemtech 1. Note it's got a hit of minus 20 on the ergonomics, but it does have a plus a factor on your recoil. So keep that in mind. Both of the silencer for this gun is going to affect its recoil, so you're trying to minimize that. What else? So again, the sighting distance, so we might as well jump directly to that. This is my favorite scope in the game, the Schmidt and Bender. And notice it has a -8 impact on the ergonomics, but it does have out to 2,000 meters for your shot distance, so that will fulfill the requirements of the 2,000 sighting range. And then what else? Well, if we struggle on the ergonomics, it's always pistol grip will make a big difference here. So remember, it has to be above 60. That's not going to work. That would work. That Orion pistol grip. Orion pistol grip. The Ergo one, again, it's got plus 15. This guy has got, where was he? Battle grip's only got plus 6. Not going to be enough if I switch to it. Fail. So you need a pistol grip that has high ergonomics. So the Ergo's got plus 15. I think it's that will fit on this gun. It's pretty well the top one. The Graal S also would work. So I could jump to the Graal S, and here I'm still above my 30 or above the 26. So I got 3 options in here. I can use the Orion. I can use the Graal. I can use the Ergo. Any one of these will work. So I don't want to use the Graal because I think I need it for another Gunsmith. I got 2 of the Ergo and I got 2 of the Orion. I'll use the Orion. So you see, I'm still within the requirements on this gun. So the final thing, of course, is always going to be recoil. So what did I do to get the recoil? So in this case, what reduces recoil? Well, the stock will get rid of the recoil and can have an effect on ergo. So actually plus 9 ergo, that will benefit the gun, minus 32 recoil. So I do that. The other place to get some recoil out of this is the enhanced buffer tube. So this gun came with a just standard Colt buffer tube. So I removed it because it doesn't give you anything, but it will give you minus 3 recoil reduction. So switch out the buffer tube to the advanced, just show it here, the HK advanced tube. There's another tube that you can use. And then there's a number of stocks that will work. I happen to use the DS 150, notice 27 and above 200. You can go to this gun, 28, and that's going to be not enough recoil reduction. So you see it's 220 plus 80 is going to be over. So you can't use that stock. You can't use the MOE for the same reason, too much. So you need to use the DS, this one here. Krista Defiance DS150. I bought it off Peacekeeper, but you can get it off the flea. So that is that version of the gun that actually works. So then let's go look at this version. So here's the second version. And of course, you have to worry about all the same things that you did previously. So scope, you need something that will sight out to 1500. This one does 2000 and only negative impact minus 8. You do then have to have the 34, this is the IEA 34 mil one piece mag. So in order to put a scope on a gun, you're going to need a mount. So this gun and the previous one I showed you, both of them would need a mount. So you just need to find whatever you have. Jaeger's got 34 Night Forces. They're available on the flea. Either one works. Okay. So then what else did we need? Well, remember we needed a silencer. So this case, I'm using a different silencer. I'm using the KAC PRS QDC silencer. Again, it works. But notice it's got a heavier impact on the ergonomics, so we have to make up for that. It does give you a bonus on recoil, so that's good. So because this silencer helps recoil but impacts ergo, you can't use exactly the same things that we used previously on the other gun. The other thing is what I found was when I went here, some of the places I was struggling to get enough recoil reduction or ergo reduction. But you can see here, this one still meets the requirements. So if you're struggling with whatever components you have available to you, if you go to this guy here, he doesn't do anything for recoil, but he gives you a big bump on your ergo. So if you're really struggling on your ergo, try using this guy. He's available from Peacekeeper. So here you can see 26 rate bang on. I talked about that before, but the recoil is fine on it. So again, this works to hand it in. Back here again, let's go to just this guy, the SE5. It's available, pretty common. You can get it off the flea, -2 recoil, but big bump to ergo. And you see here that the gun still meets the requirements. So again, check a few things out. Silencer will affect recoil and ergo. Foregrip will be mostly recoil, but can do ergo. Pistol grip is totally ergo. Um, and then the stock is recoil and ergo. One of the things was that I did to add a little bit more ergo was put these on, and they're available from Peacekeeper. So these are KAC folding stocks or sights. You're not going to use them on a gun, but you can put them on, and they give you, as you see here, a +1 to ergo. So I put one of the rear sights, and then there's a KAC front sight. So I just slapped them on, and there's 2 more points of ergo when I was struggling a bit to get this done. Okay, so we'll show here again. Ergo depends on, you want to have it as high as possible. So here's the same um, from the previous, the ergo pistol grip. That works. Still above my ergonomics. Pistol grip doesn't affect the recoil, so I don't really care too much about stuff like that. Again, the Grawl would work. So what we need, I just went with the Orion because I had 2 of them. So there's the Orion. Back here, again, see that I meet the requirements. Oh, this one doesn't meet the, yes, there we go. So let's go back again and talk a bit more. So this was the scope again that I used, the Night Force, got it off the flea. The final item here that can play around is what do you do for a stock? So the UBR goes directly on the gun without any buffer tube, so it's good here. However, if you're struggling a bit, again, there's a standard tube that came on the gun, which is -2 recoil, not a huge amount of difference. But here is an advanced, striking density is advanced, and you get -4. Plus you get a little boost to your ergo. So you can throw that on, and then here we're not enough on the ergo, but and we're not enough on the recoil because we took stock off. But we have a few options here that can complete it. So this SB Tactical has +10 ergo if you're struggling with ergo. -29 recoil should be enough. So bang, 32, and this is enough to complete it. Back to the modding, if you don't have that, you can use the same stock as the first one, which is the DS150, Chris Defiance DS150. Now you see it's 31, and here you're going to have to 142 plus 56, that's just barely over 200, so you got plenty there. And then the final, just the MOE, the stock MOE that you get on for M4s. It's enough, 30 and just over 200. You don't even have to buy the pad for the end because I got all the recoil I want, but -30 recoil plus 8 ergonomics. Okay, so there, I've showed you a couple of different ways, 2 different silencers. This one, the Gemtech 1, and this one is the KAC. You will need a mounting adapter for both of these. So if I just show you here quickly, there's the Gemtech 1 thread mount. So you need that for that gun, and here, of course, get rid of that. And here, of course, you need the there it is. You need the KAC. It says flash suppressor kit, but it's really the mount KAC QDC. So you need that. You'll need each gun will need a mount to put it on. Two different scopes, as I explained. Multiple options for the stock. Multiple options for the pistol grip, although I'm currently using both the same. Multiple options for the foregrip, and we're good. So that hopefully will help you. But here's some of the alternatives for this gun. You just have to play around and remember stock is recoil and some ergo. The buffer tube is recoil. Pistol grip is definitely ergonomics. This force grip stubby, definitely recoil. Not often does it have ergo, but it can. The silencer will have ergo impact and recoil, and the sight will definitely have ergo impact. It might even affect uh, the recoil. But that's it. So again, the gun you can get it, unlock it, or you can do a barter trade, or you can find it like I did. So if we go here, trading, mechanic, tasks, gunsmith part 13. I can pick either one. I don't know. I like the Smith and Bender better, so I'm going to use that one. And done. Done like dinner. Okay, hopefully that helps you complete this task.